you're gonna really like this tool, what it can do, how it can show you where you're ranked and currently, and then as you work on your site over time, you're going to be able to see if you're making progress or not making progress. Howdy, welcome to this episode. We're excited with a tool we're going to throw out there to everybody to beta test. We only have spots for 10 to 20 people, and here's the landing page. So if you're interested in this tool, I think it would really help your business, or at least help you figure out where you're at in the rankings in your local area, specifically for certain keywords. And then it'll help you monitor things as you do the work, or if you have an agency do your work for you. So it's go.intrix, and Intrix is spelled INTRYCKS.com/beta, BETA. So go ahead and go there, check it out. The first 10 to 20 people, we're gonna get beta here for about 90 days. I think it's a great tool. I know it's going to help you at least monitor where your site is in what we call the SERPs, or the naturals, on a local basis. Now, GBP tracking, that's a different tool or different capability, but this has capability to track you locally and actually, nationally. Literally any input you want to put in across the United States, it'll be able to track. So go ahead and go to that address to go ahead and enter your information, see if we can get you in there. It's go.intrix, INTRYCKS.com, beta. I'm going to do a demo. Now, if you're listening to the podcast, I strongly suggest, in order for you to get anything out of this, is to go to our YouTube channel, Local SEO Tactics podcast, and this episode should be on there, kind of walking you through how this tool works. And you're welcome to listen, obviously, but you may not get as much out of it. So again, if you want to take advantage of this opportunity, we're letting people use it for probably about 90 days, because realistically, that's when that's how long it's going to take for you to see or measure, any changes that are either happening, or not happening. And I'm going to show you how to use the tool, and then show you the result. So I've got a lot of clients on here already. We've been using it for about a year. So in this case, we're going to create a report for a prospective client. So MN Phone Repair is the client, and I believe their domain is mnphonerepair.com. Let me make sure of that. Sorry. Yeah. So mnphonerepair.com. So mnphonerepair.com, that's going to be our domain. Of course, I messed it up. I must have put a space in there. So mnphonerepair.com, create. And it's going to throw you into a map situation. So in this case, this website wants to focus on the city of Northfield, Minnesota. It's a college town, and during the college season, if you will, I think it has a population around 15 to 20,000, if that. And then during summer months, it's probably around 10,000. So there's Northfield, but then you can see the surrounding small towns, if you will, around Northfield. So we're going to go ahead and put in Waterford, Minnesota, bring that up, hit plus, and that brings them into Waterford. There's another town nearby called Dundas, Minnesota. We're going to hit that. And then there is, I just kind of know the area, Cannon Falls. And these are small towns, probably, a couple thousand people. But, these people want to pull in from everywhere. So there's Elko, New Market, some variation of that. You can see what we're doing here. There's Webster. I think that's going to be about it. Denison. We do that. And then Denison. We'll do that as well. So those are the towns that, are in or around this Northfield. So now we're going to go back, and now we're going to start entering our keywords. Okay. So in this case, it's just going to be phone repair, pretty generic. And we're going to hit view, and it's going to populate, and it just shows where they're ranked. So in the town of Northfield right here, they're 5th, but in these smaller towns, they're not too bad. They're 2nd and 3rd. So then we're going to add another term. And then, what's that term? Sorry. I'm going to go back, create another keyword, iPhone repair. We'll do some of the near me terms for some of these, right? So near me terms have become popular over the last 3 to 5 years. So in this case, they don't rank very well for that. So that's a term they'll have to work on. Let's just do phone repair near me. We're going to view that one. And it's a little better, or it's not better than actually the original phone. So we entered phone repair near me, and that shows those results. And then I'm going to enter one more keyword just to give you a feel for how this works. So we're going to put in iPhone back glass repair. And let's see what that looks like. So this is an interesting term. And in this case, no results. So in the significance of that is we're going to get into where the opportunities are for this particular client. So one of the things we can do is also with this tool, which is really cool, is we can add in a competitor. So in this case, we're going to add in this Cannon Valley phone repair, and we put in view, and you're going to see here they do a really good job. They're in this case, they're kind of nowhere to be found for the iPhone back glass repair as well, but they're a little bit better. iPhone repair, they're doing really good. They're 2 there and there. And then iPhone repair, they're 2 and 2, but they're nowhere to be found in the surrounding communities. And then phone repair MN, they're in good shape. And then phone repair near me, really good there. So they're ranking really well, and that's kind of important because now we understand who you have to overcome, so to speak. So this is a really good tool. Now, what you'll see, and I'll just jump into a couple of other a couple of other entries and clients that we have in there is you could see a history with this tool over time. And so in this case, this was done in June. So this is a different client. They're in Egan, Burnsville, and you can see their rankings. And then that was, let's say, 4 days ago. So what we'll do is we will do a new what we call a new snapshot. So we'll click that. It's going to do some iterations, okay, and then it's going to show what it's today. So this was only 4 days ago, and so not much has changed, but you can kind of see how that snapshot works. Now, does this work for outside of local? And the answer is yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at, I think we have a couple national clients. So let me just take a quick look here. Let me pause this. This is a slightly different version of the same product. Now, the only reason it isn't on the other product is this is the latest beta version of the new product, but effectively, this is a representation of a client that offers gift packages for people that are struggling with cancer. It's a great company called Rock the Treatment. So here are a couple of keywords that I've inputted into their website, and then I punched in cities all over the United States. So you could see this is effective for not only local, but national, to whatever extent, probably even international. But these are various major cities and how they rank in those major cities. And again, this is really cool because you can kind of see map history. So what I'm going to do, this was done 24 months ago, so I'm going to refresh it. This has the same feature, if you will, on the new version, and you can have a history or hold a history of it and show progress, or in some cases, if you're losing position on certain keywords. And your higher test SEO agencies are going to use tools like Ahrefs. They're going to use tools like Ahrefs, Screen Frog, and stuff. And some of them will show you some of this information, but you kind of got to dig deep into the whole organization to do this. So let me just show you. We'll go into another example because this is an older version and it is really grinding to try to find the results on that. And it's not an easy pull because it's pulling for the whole nation. So it takes a bit of time. But I just want to show you the kind of the history feature of this tool. And again, the beta will have this. We haven't put in enough input to show you history. So in this case, this is for IoT Solutions. It's a copier company, copier rental near me. This is 4 days ago. But if we look at the history and we go all the way back to, let's say, March, the numbers are pretty good. But, sometimes there can be variations and stuff in certain markets or dropping in certain markets. And that's that one keyword. So let's go, in this situation, let's go to a keyword that I think they're struggling with. So color printing leasing, that's a bad one. I apologize. Let's just find a good term here. Sorry. Looking for color copier. So it's a pretty or copier leasing company. That's a pretty competitive one. Okay, well, 2 months ago we were doing good, but let's go back to January. So here's a good example. So this shows the history and tells the tale of, in January we weren't doing very good. We knew we had to do SEO for the various areas. So let's say January 20th. Let's move up to February 4th. Some improvement. Let's move up to March. Bam, we killed it. And then let's move up to April. Pretty good. And then you can start to see some deterioration here in this outlier. So that's usually an indication there's some problems and we need to start working on that. So thanks for being patient through this whole presentation. But basically, you're going to really like this tool, what it can do, how it can show you where you're ranked and currently, and then as you work on your site over time, you're going to be able to see if you're making progress or not making progress. And this would be true, again, you can monitor your competitors, you can monitor, again, a couple other sites at a time. So we'd love for you to try this. We need your feedback on what you think it's worth and kind of go from there. So if you go to the site, there'll be another video, an explainer video showing you how to use it. We're just taking 10 or 20 beta users at this time. And then once we, get your feedback, or somewhere along the way we get your feedback, we'll go ahead and release it to the general public. But I think this will be a great tool for you to see where you're at. So thanks.